Welcome to my channel, guys. Today I'm going to cable car in Royal Museum, and today we went to cable car in the train. We went on 2 trains to go there. The first train was really relaxing. The second train was straight out of a horror movie, and it was too loud, straight out of a horror movie. So we went to the cable car first. Well, the train was too horror than the height. The cable car wasn't even scary, but the train was. I don't know, because it was scared. And these are the flowers that was there, the flowers, and there was a big building, there was a big parking lot. You may recognize this building from the other things, but I'll talk about the later videos. You can see the cable car, and you're probably thinking that's not very high, but it's very high. It's about 295 feet, and we were on one of them. In cable car. I think there was a sign of 290 feet, but this wasn't even scary, but the train was. I don't know, but it was. So we went on, and I couldn't even look out the window because they all had stickers. They have stickers that I couldn't see. I can't stand because that's the rule. And there is the river, ocean, anything. That's the river. You can see the river with a lot of boats, and there's a lot of buildings, and there's a lot of boats. And this is the upper one. The thing is, there's only one chain holding the entire cot, but somehow they stand in the rope, and there was only just one metal rope. And then we went to another shop. I will tell you about the later of the video. And there's too much tall buildings, and there's too much designs, and it's very good. In this river, sparkling. It was sparkling. It was so good. And we were on this cable car for 10 or 5 minutes. There was more cable cars going past us, and I was watching the river the whole time, and it went slow. It went slow, but it wouldn't go faster. So it wouldn't go faster because the chains will just wobble it. It will just wobble it, and it wasn't that high, but 294 feet. But it's now high enough. It wasn't It wasn't that high, but it wasn't scary, because it would be scary if it's going fast and had more height. So that's why it wasn't scary, and not that scared. And it's a big river. Hey, I mean, you will remember this river in the last video. You may remember this river. You may remember this river, and you may saw the same river when we went to London Bridge in that one video that I posted. So it will be there. If you see in my channel, there's a London Bridge video that we went to London Bridge, and that's London Bridge. We went to London Bridges and all. You may recognize that river. And this is where we can customize our own bear. We had to customize our own bear, and they gave us a free chocolate, and they gave us a gingerbread man, and that is in my showcase now. I will just take a picture of that and post it in my video. And the gingerbread they gave me. And this is where we went to the big hall. We had a big hall, and there was a bridge or some sort. And this is where Elizabeth was living, This was the globes that they built. This is where the Elizabeth Queen was living, and this was a big house, big house. There's a lot of people, and there's two ancient stuff. They were maintaining it, but after that they rebuilt it to have modern lifts and all, and it was just like how they were in centuries and years ago. It was a big land. I didn't know what they did with this big land, and this is a big hall. This is where inside the queen's house. This was the house they were living in, and this is the king, where the king used to be. This is where the king was sitting and all, and used to be here in this house, in this room. And this is the ancient clock that they are using, and this was the chair of the queen, and this was the queen. I think so. This was the queen, and there was a lot of statues, paintings, and all. There was too much paintings, and there's one of the statues there because there's so much fireplaces. This is the old things that they have used: the clocks, the rings, the ancient rings, the ancient chains, and all. This was the showcase it was in. And this is where they were painting things. This is when they were painting things, and there's definitely screens because there's no way paintings could move. And that was a screen because nowadays it is modern. They rebuilt it. And this is when we went to the Royal Museum. This was the biggest boat this is the exact boat that they used in a war. This isn't built, it was the actual thing, and this was all this is all the model of the ship that they built in the Titanic was too old because they didn't have the type, and this was almost like the biggest ship, but I wanted the lifeboats, and this boat had the smallest this boat had the smallest propellers, but if you see in real life, that's how big the propeller was. And this was a miniature boat. This is the miniature boat we went on, and this was like this boat actually needed to go to South America to Africa. It was written on the side, so we have to push it to from South America to Africa. And this was inside the house of the queen, and they had the ships and all. This was the ships. Every ship, I think it was in the queen house, I don't know, maybe in the Royal Museum. And this was the old things they used on the ships and all, and the swords. It was all the swords and things in the armory they used in the olden days, and all the ships they used to go in the ocean. And this was like some war thing, like the screen how the war used to be in the ancient times. I think it was that. I think they had seats here to just watch the screens. I don't know. But this was a big black room which full of screens. And this was when we went out of the Royal Museum, and this was a big grassland behind the Queen's house. We sat there and ate, and we went back home. And when we came out to go home, we saw this old college thing. We saw it in like an old college, and there was like so much things. Thanks for watching.